Hi, it's Alicia and welcome to my channel Papercraft Secrets. Today I'm sharing 3 wedding layouts for Lynne. You might remember I did a layout a while ago for Lynne. I'm finishing off that series of videos today. I've incorporated Dear Diary and Love Letters collection by Mintay to create these 3 layouts. So I'll take you through how I created each one of them. The first layout, I'm using a page from the Dear Diary collection. It's a very dark wooden page, and I've got some beautiful lace that I'm adding on to the bottom of the page, and I'm also going to layer a strip onto the top of the page. The plan is I have fussy cut some sections of the papers from Dear Diary, and the plan is to just sit those papers directly on top of the lace. Now this layout is quite an easy layout to achieve. Once you've got your fussy cutting done, look how easy it is just to stick that on over the top. I've also cut another bit from that same piece of paper that I'm just going to stick at the bottom. And there you have the main part of the page done. It's very simple and easy. This is the beautiful photograph from Lynne's daughter's wedding that I'm using. I've used a chipboard cardboard sticker sheet sentiment called This Moment, and I've used a white frame from the Mintay fussy cutting book that has frames. It's just all about frames, so I've cut that from the book and I've just glued that directly down onto the photograph. Just need to slightly trim the photo at the bottom. I want this to be in the middle of the layout. I've got this little strip of paper that I'm just going to add behind the photograph just to give a little bit more of a layered look. I'm just playing around with some embellishment to see what might suit the best. There's some beautiful books in this collection. I actually end up changing my mind and using floral clusters instead, because I felt that the floral clusters had more of a wedding feel. The books will have to be saved for another layout. I added another floral cluster on that side. These were just fussy cut from a page in the collection. And that concludes the first layout. Very simple, quick, and easy to create, but very, very effective. I added a couple of those little love heart pearls on there as well for a little bit of embellishment, but I was keeping everything very flat for an album. Let's move on to layout number 2 now. In this, that was the first layout. In this layout, I am using 2 photographs, 2 4x6 portrait photographs. I'm layering them onto this paper, which is actually from the Love Letters collection, I think. And then I'm using a page from the Dear Diary collection. Just going to glue those down onto those papers. Got those beautiful fussy cut flowers again that I'm going to use in this layout, and I've got some of those little bits of paper that I've cut out, and I've inked them in a vintage, I think it was dark bark Craft ink. I'm thinking of a floral cluster in the middle of the two photographs. Just move those layers up a little bit, and it balanced the layout better, I felt. So this again is a very simple, very flat layout, perfect for an album. And then we'll have the floral cluster somewhere there in the middle. Just adding another one of those little layers in to join the two photographs together. That'll be a nice little background there for the floral cluster. Links them nicely. Just looking for a frame now. I try this white oval frame to begin with, but then I changed my mind. And dig through for some more frames, and I go with this one, which is a darker wood. It just works better, I think, with the colors in the photographs. I'm just gluing that one on there, and that links the photographs at the top. Just going to ink the edges of the photos to just give them that vintage feel. You might be asking why I've got these two photographs together. Well, as I said in the last video about Lynne's photo, her daughter wore the same wedding dress that she wore when she got married. So you can see Lynne's daughter is holding the photograph of her parents' wedding, and then that's a photo of her parents at her wedding. So I thought it'd be nice to put those two photographs on the page together. So there is quite a story behind these photos. Just looking for a sentiment. Just adding in love story. Just a funny little thing, when I was making these layouts, the sentiments on that cardboard sticker sheet kept reminding me of the Shania Twain song. I'm not sure if it's called Looks Like We Made It. We had that at our wedding, and I just kept singing that song over and over while I made these layouts. I added in another fussy cut floral cluster at the top there, and that just really ties in that layout, softens that dark frame. And I'm just sprinkling a couple of little love hearts in, which just sort of embellishes the page a little bit because it's a very flat page. Just gives it a little bit more detail. And I popped in another little sentiment there, love never fails. Thought that was a nice one to suit her parents. Just covering those photos up now, I'm going to give this layout a little bit of a spray with the misting spray. And that's the layout. So it's very busy. There's a lot to look at, but it wasn't a lot of work. It was quite simple to create. I hope you like it, Lynne. And now we're going to move on to the last layout, which has a little bit of a different feel because I've moved into more of the love letters collection. And the reason that I've moved into that collection is because of the photograph colors. You can see the gum leaves in the background, so you've got a lot of green leaves, and the colors of the flowers at the wedding are actually red. The groom wears a red flower on his suit, so I wanted to add more of the red flowers into this layout. So I've used a combination of the love letters collection papers and the Dear Diary collection. So I've actually combined the two, which is not something I often do. Just inking the edges there, I made a little banner. This is going to be a fairly simple layout because the paper does most of the work for you. So I'm just I added in 2 little papers there, and then I'm just going to add some more of those beautiful floral clusters. I cut up a whole page of those so they were all ready to go. I decided to layer the photo onto a green page. I think that gets covered up in the end, but it does look nice layered onto that green. I then decided to use this white frame from the frame booklet. And then I decide to use more of the floral clusters to fill in around the edge of the frame. And this is the sentiment, "You're the reason I believe in love." That was the song that just kept going through my head as I made this. If it wasn't illegal to put a song on my videos, I would definitely put the Shania Twain song on for this video. And I just added that frame in, and then I just built up with some floral clusters around the frame. Had to cut a few more out. My apologies for the sun, it was coming in on the window here. We're just about at the end. You can see I'm just adding in those floral clusters underneath the frame, and then I added some of those little love heart pearls. And that's the layout. It's quite busy, but it's very beautiful, and I think it suits the photograph. So Lynne, I need to get in touch with you and get your contact details so I can post these layouts out to you. I've enjoyed the challenge of working with your photographs and the beautiful Mintay papers. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely crafty day.